Every successful brand begins with a purpose, a vision that sparks curiosity and ignites action. Brand building isn't just about logos or taglines, it's the art of crafting a legacy, shaping perceptions, and inspiring trust. It's the heartbeat of every successful business, and every entrepreneur dreams of mastering it. And some brands? They transcend business, they become cultural icons. One such story began not in a boardroom, but on a basketball court. A stage where greatness was born. It wasn't just about skill, it was about defiance, resilience, and rewriting the rules. A rookie who shattered expectations and soared beyond limits. His name? Michael Jordan. A phenomenon who didn't just play the game, he transformed it and became the face of an empire. But this story isn't just about basketball, it's about a revolution that started with a single step. A pair of shoes that didn't just redefine the game but rewrote the rules of pop culture. Yes, we are talking about the Air Jordans. Back in 1984, sneakers were just sneakers, functional, forgettable. But then came a visionary partnership between a rising basketball legend and a sportswear giant. When Michael Jordan teamed up with Nike, they didn't just create a shoe, they sparked a movement. The Air Jordans weren't just footwear. They became a symbol of rebellion, excellence, and individuality. From the court to the streets, they broke barriers. Did you know the original Air Jordans were banned by the NBA for violating uniform rules? But Nike embraced the controversy, fueling the allure. Every time Jordan stepped on the court wearing those iconic shoes, he wasn't just winning games, he was changing the narrative. And in doing so, Air Jordans became more than a brand. They became a global phenomenon, shaping generations and transcending sport itself. The year was 1984. The basketball world was buzzing with potential, but not everyone believed in a rookie from North Carolina. Michael Jordan, a young player with unmatched determination, was stepping onto a stage that demanded more than talent, it demanded resilience. For Nike, a relatively unknown sportswear company struggling to compete with giants like Adidas and Converse, this was their moment of reckoning. They saw something in Jordan that others overlooked. A fire, an unyielding passion, and a hunger to not just play the game but to redefine it. Against all odds, Nike made a bold and risky move. They didn't just sign Jordan, they bet their future on him. $2.5 million for a rookie endorsement deal was more than unheard of. It was borderline reckless. Industry skeptics called it a mistake. But for Jordan? It was an opportunity to prove his worth, not just as an athlete but as a visionary. He wasn't just fighting for wins on the court, he was carving a path for something bigger, a legacy, a brand, a phenomenon that would transcend the game itself. Failure wasn't an option. Every step he took, every shot he made, was fueled by his relentless pursuit of greatness and his belief in what he could create. This wasn't just about wearing a pair of shoes, it was about making history, one game, one leap, one legend at a time. 1985, the year a revolution began. The first ever Air Jordans weren't just sneakers, they were a bold declaration of defiance. Their design shattered traditions, daring, electrifying, and unapologetically rebellious. These weren't just shoes, they were a symbol of breaking boundaries. But the establishment wasn't ready for this kind of audacity. The NBA called them illegal, claiming they violated the league's strict uniform code. And every time Michael Jordan laced them up and stepped onto the court, the league retaliated with fines. But Jordan? He didn't back down. Every stride, every jump, every slam was a rebellion against conformity. Those banned shoes became a badge of courage, a statement to the world. True greatness doesn't just play by the rules, it redefines them. But did the ban stop people from loving them? Not even close. In fact, it fueled the fire. The controversy only made the Air Jordans more irresistible. They weren't just sneakers anymore. They were a cultural phenomenon, a badge of rebellion, a symbol of daring to stand out when the world demanded conformity. Every fine the NBA imposed became another reason for people to want them. Air Jordans weren't just about basketball. They were about breaking the mold, about taking risks, about owning your individuality. They weren't just shoes. They were a statement that you could rise above the rules, dare to be bold, and leave an undeniable mark on history. And Michael Jordan? He didn't just wear them, he lived the spirit they embodied. Jordan wasn't just wearing the shoes, he was winning in them. Championships, MVP awards, record-breaking games. Each time he soared, the Air Jordans became more than footwear. They became wings. Fast forward to today. Air Jordans are not just for basketball players. They are for sneakerheads, collectors, fashionistas, and anyone who believes in the power of a dream. Every pair tells a story of triumph, resilience, and, most importantly, legacy. Here are some jaw-dropping facts about Air Jordans. 1. Did you know the most expensive Air Jordans sold at auction went for $560,000? 2. The Air Jordan 1 design inspired countless sneaker trends and collaborations across the globe. 3. And believe it or not, Nike originally expected the shoes to make $3 million in 4 years. Instead, they made $126 million in the first year alone. So, the next time you see someone lacing up a pair of Air Jordans, don't just see shoes, see the story. A story of breaking barriers, defying the odds, and daring to dream big. Those sneakers carry more than style, they carry a legacy, one built on ambition, resilience, and a fearless pursuit of greatness. They are a piece of history that transcends the court, a symbol of what it means to stand out and rise above. And now, the question is, what legacy will you create? Will you dare to step boldly into your own story, just like Michael Jordan did? Because greatness isn't just worn, it's lived.